Right then, so today I'm up on Exmoor once more, just after the storm. The river just there is absolutely flowing past, and I'm sort of just tucked away in the woods here. I thought I'd do a bit of a camp out tonight up on Exmoor, and I've bought some food to cook up, and I'm going to do proper wild camping tonight. Go find a car park on Park for night and just see how that one goes. I think it should be fun, and yeah, should have a nice cookout, and I hope you enjoy coming with me, but let's go for it. It's getting darker now. It is the evening. It's about 4:15 and we are January, but the days are getting longer and longer, which is really nice, and soon the clocks will change and then spring will be around the corner, which is lovely. But for now we're just going to enjoy the rain in a sort of winter camp out, which is really nice. Oh, big flood here. Look at that. I can imagine a lot of people lost their bumpers there. If you came around the corner in the dark on that side of the road, you'd be, yeah, it wouldn't be very good. So I've just turned up here to the spot that I found on Park for night that does say it is, you know, okay for camping at. It is just by the road, and the road's above you. It's very exposed. Got 4G, which is good. Very, very windy. A nice view down the hill to the woods down there, which is really nice. At the moment it feels like a good spot. Maybe what I'll do is come back in the dark potentially. At the moment it's only, you know, 20 to 5. Along the road I just came along, there was a bigger car park amongst the trees, and a forestry car park, which this is as well, but it seems to be a lot more covered and a lot more sort of bits to go around in. So what I might do is go and scout that out and have a look, and maybe either stay there, I'm not sure, or go there, cook up, do all the bits and pieces, and then later on tonight come down here, park up, and then stay here. But for now we're going to have a look and see how we go. The good thing is there are no signs here saying you can't camp, so that's quite good. Dartmoor has them everywhere. Okay, so this place definitely is a lot better. Lots of good Park for night reviews, and nice spacious car park, and the road is much further away in the distance. If I went in this corner, I don't think you'd actually see the truck from the road, and here, because of all the trees, it's definitely a lot more protected. But also you're far enough away from the trees that you're not going to get hurt by them, which is really good. So generally I think I'm going to stay here and actually cook here as well. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. It'll be dark soon, and if I go in that corner, as I said, it'll be a good spot. Annoyingly, obviously it's forestry, and it's gated, but on the maps, if you just go down there and along, there's a bit over there, it opens out on the Google Maps I saw. You could go down there and find a really lovely spot away from the road, which would be nice. Only thing is, on Park for night, out of probably 15, you know, people writing how their trip was here, everyone's saying it's a lovely spot, really good. Obviously now it's extremely boggy and wintry, and it would be better in the summer, but everyone says it's great, bar 2 that says at 3 in the morning a rave turns up with 200 cars, loudspeakers and generators, and it goes for hours and hours. But those were both on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Two different versions of that remark, so hopefully that doesn't happen, and I guess it'd be funny if it did, but I've just got my fingers crossed that it doesn't happen to me. But I'm just going to have a little look around, see what I can find. Just taking a look through the woods. It's very dark in here and very windy. Not many trees down, which is good. I've moved it here into the other corner, as I just said, and it's definitely better because I can only just see the road over there, and then the entrance to it, you won't see it until you come here. Again, it doesn't really matter. I don't think anyone will have a problem this time of year, but it's just nice to be sort of hidden from the road a little bit. And once you're in anyway, and it's pretty safe and it's pretty easy. So I've got a lot of stuff in because I've got the bits from Pioneer there, including my nice new hat, some stickers and some flyers. And I've also got my camera kit and clothes for tonight and tomorrow. So thought I would just give it all a bit of a clean up, and then hopefully we'll be fine. I don't know what's happening here, but the jet bore seems to have got very, very wobbly. I've noticed it was really wobbly all the time, but it's got even worse, and there doesn't seem to be any way of tightening it. Yeah, I've seen the MSR ones are actually better than the jet bore, so maybe it's time to change, but yeah, that's not great at all. So it's definitely got later now. It's about 8:30. Just been relaxing, had a few phone calls, and just nice to chill out. It's definitely got a lot darker now. Just having a little look around, and only one person turned up. Came in, turned round, left, and then as they left, they sort of shined a torch into the woods. So I'm not sure exactly what they were doing. I have an idea, but we're all good anyway. Obviously, when you lock it up in here, it's all safe and it's fine, and that's quite sort of reassuring, really. Not much signal here, which is fine, but you know, it's nice to watch YouTube films. You saw me watching my iPad earlier, but now I've got the iPad up there in a plastic bag, and I'm using that as a dongle to get good internet and then use my phone inside, which is nice. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is cook up some dinner. I think got that chicken, like I said. Oh, turn that on, and I think I'm going to do that in here because it is quite cold now. There you go. Got this little lamp. It's just an IKEA one, but great for if you want to turn the lights off and have it dark. Let's say if you do want to be stealth, you can have this one right down. You can just about see, have it in the corner wherever you want, and it's good for if you're going to bed or if you're reading or something like that. Just like that one, which is really cool. So I've decided to do the chicken in this bit of gear because obviously we're doing it in here. I have got the window open and I have got a carbon monoxide alarm there. Basically it's just for the smell and for the oil for tonight. I decided to do it in here, so it's more like an oven. It obviously does have not a complete seal, so air can come out and smell can come out, but it's not spraying everywhere, which is really nice. It means it will cook a little bit quicker. I've also got a second pan here, which is going to have the rice in it. This is just microwave rice, but I've done it before. You just put it in a pan, keep moving it, and put a bit of water in it. Make sure you break it up in here first, and then that cooks really nicely on there. And then gonna have some chicken and rice. It'll be really nice. That rhymed. And I've also got some foil, so I can keep half of it for lunch tomorrow, which I forgot to pick up today. So I may do that, as I'm not too hungry. But yeah, this is going very well so far, and yeah, just start getting this ready. I accidentally made a completely Mexican themed meal because I've got peri peri chicken and I've got rice, Mexican inspired rice, which I bought months ago actually. It's been in the car for this long. Let me just make sure it's actually in date. 2026. I think we'll be alright. Quick look in there. How's that doing? Oh, look at that. There you go. That's doing really well in there. I forgot how good this really is, this bit of kit. I think it's Ridge Monkey is the branded ones of these. This is just the Amazon special one, I think, but it is fantastic. I'd recommend it. It's really good for sausages and bits and pieces when it's colder as well. You use less gas because it's got a lid basically, and obviously as you can see it also protects you from splatters, and it's got double use there really. There we go then, chicken and rice all done. It's definitely warmed it up in here. I'm feeling really warm now, but I'm going to try and keep my jacket on to keep my warmth up for when I do go to bed. But it's definitely giving it a warmer feeling in here, which is nice because you do want it to be nice and warm when you go to bed, otherwise you might wake up really chilly. But it's not too cold tonight. I felt some rain just then, which means there's cloud coverage. When there's a clear night in January, you know it's going to be freezing, but thankfully it's not. What I'm going to do now is maybe chuck some more Matt's off-road recovery on, eat this, and then see how we go. Maybe have a cup of tea afterwards. I'm just gonna put the couple of pans into the bin and then take them home tomorrow and give them a proper wash up at home and clean as well. But for now, I've just got my tea and some biscuits there, and then I'm gonna sort of start winding down, ready to go to bed. I think there's something about sort of excitement of being out in the middle of nowhere out there that just makes time pass more quickly. But I think I arrived here at, I can't even remember what the time was exactly, but let's say if it was 5 or 6 hours, it's gone very quickly, and that food was really nice, and yeah, ready for a good night's sleep, which is really good. Usually I bring a pillow, but I've now got this, which Sophie made me for Christmas, using some tweed samples and some fabric I chose. I've got the long sort of cushion that goes along the top here. Looks good most of the time, then you can use it for camping and sleeping as well, which is great. It also keeps the sort of warmth in as well, because there's a sort of metal strip there, and it's really handy to have. First time using it to sleep on as well. Also got this. Don't usually use it, but I was just using it earlier to keep my legs warm when I was just sort of watching stuff. It's just another sort of puffy blanket, because when you got down like this, if you had like a thick heavy wool blanket over the top, it would crush the down and then lose its heat. So this is light, it's an extra layer, and it doesn't crush anything, it just lies on top. Doubt I'll need it, but I will keep it out anyway. Well, there you go, all set up, ready for bed. Got my lantern there, which is nice. I can turn the main lights off and just turn this down as I want. Then I've got another quad lock. I've got one there which you saw, quad lock mounted to the wall, and then I've put one up here recently. You could use your iPad there as well. It just means you can watch stuff up there if you want to, and it's really handy to have it. But for now, all I've got to do is say good night. I hope no one turns up in the night, and that I can sleep well. And I've got headphones if it does rain really heavily, because it can get quite loud. But yeah, hopefully see you in the morning after a good night's sleep. Well, that was a pretty good night's sleep. I thought I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to get back to sleep, but actually it was 6:30, so that was absolutely perfect. No interruptions in the night at all, absolutely perfect. But now it's time to get all this packed up, I think. Really still this morning. Blue sky above the fog and no wind. Compared to the storm we've had over the last few days, it's a beautiful morning. I think the wind and rain is coming back in, but as per the forecast, but for now it's absolutely lovely. I'm gonna make a coffee. 60-mile-an-hour road, I realised I left my iPad just propped in the roof rack with a battery charger, and I quickly slowed down. I was like, I hope it hasn't fallen off. There's nowhere to pull in, and then literally as I slowed down, I had this big bang. Must have fallen off the back. Put the lights on everywhere, hazards, ran out, thankfully no one's around, ran 10 metres back, it all fallen on the floor into the mud, so saved it and quickly jumped back in the car. But that's stupid of me to forget that I had that up there. So that's the only mistake I made. Everything else went really well, very happy with that. That was a good spot, a little bit away from the road. Apart from that one car in the light, about like 5 or 6. No one turned up, which is really good. A few people this morning, but they're just going dog walking, which is fine. But that's the good thing about camping in January in the winter, is that no one expects anyone to be doing it. And also it's dark from, 6 or 5 or 6, and then you're not light until 7 in the morning. So people aren't going to come out and walk their dogs in those sort of places in the dark, so you don't see anyone for that whole time. Whereas in the summer, if it was a weekend, you'd see lots of people camping there, and also maybe raves, which was reported on Park for Night. But generally, really happy with that. It's now 8, and I'm heading to Exmoor Trim, which is 17 minutes away. Got my coffee here, which you just saw me make, and I'm hoping to go and maybe grab some breakfast down here somewhere. Didn't have quite enough time to cook anything up, and I didn't really buy anything either. So, yeah, that's the plan now. Heading down there. Really enjoyed that. Very successful. I hope you enjoyed coming with me, staying over the night, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.